and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Iniisip ko na at pinaghahandaan bukas na hindi na pala niya kailangang umalis ng bahay upang tumawid sa tulay, pumunta sa paaralan at makipagkaibigan. Hindi ko na rin siyang kailangan pang iwan sa kanyang guro at mga kalaro. At hindi na niya kailangang magpaalam sa akin para may baon siyang dadalhin. Anak, ngayong balik eskwela na ay kapiling na lagi kita. Sa ngayon, ito muna ang baon mo. Ang oras ko, ang ipon ko, ang hataw ko, ang pagmamahal ko. Dahil hindi lang pera o barya ang kaya kong ibigay sa iyong paglalakbay. Sa walang katiyakang panahon at walang hanggang pagkakataon, tuloy ang edukasyon, tuloy ang baon.
A pleasant morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Sindangan Elementary School with the theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The virtual program shall now commence. Ladies and gentlemen, our candidates for graduation. To begin with, let us invoke the presence of the Lord through an opening prayer. This will be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, the regional hymn, and Misamis Oriental March.
Lord, if we could, we would fill our hands with all the wonderful things you give us. Then we'd lift them up and give them back to you.
Sa miyang Mindanao mabuhay, kay mahal na mong natawan. Mauswagon, masidlakan, malipayon, pagpano sa katahon. Magpabiling kaning kasing-kasing, ang kabanaan o kamalipayon. Di sa kanunay gugmaan magpaibabaw, ang kahon sa'yo kanina. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, yutan na among natawan. Bisag usab man kalimar, kami na minahalan. Sa buhat o katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, yutan na among natawan. Bisag usab man kaliwat, kami na minahalay. Sa buhat o katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan.
Sa amihan ng dapat, tingiyutan Mindanao, na ikaw ang pagkalusot, tulugan at bayan. Siyudad sa Iloilo, Cagayan at Salvador, mao ang lalawigan. Misamis Oriental ang lalawigan, Misamis Oriental, ikaw ang maan. Ang yuta sa among mga ginikanan, kang bathala na bulaan, kang bathala na bulaan. Sa imong sabakan, natawo ang katawhan, tunggan ang mga bangkugan, ug daghang pugian. Ang imong kabukiran, matagong lapyahan, kini among ampingan. Misamis Oriental ang lalawigan, Misamis Oriental, ikaw ang maan. Ang yuta sa among mga ginikanan, kang bathala na bulaan, kang bathala na bulaan.
The school principal, Miss Christina S. Tingabngab, will now formally open the graduation ceremony of Sindangan Elementary School.
Honored guest, Marisil Cago Yamet, school teacher of Sibantang Integrated School, our school's division superintendent, Jonathan S. De La Pina, PhD, CISO 5, our assistant schools division superintendent, Nimpa R. Lago, PSD, our district interns, Marilyn B. Trapal, PhD, members of the Barangay Council, headed by Barangay Captain Noel A. Ginalan, GPDA officials, members of the alumni, teachers, candidates for graduation, parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good day. say to all of us, the graduation ceremony in Sindangan Elementary School is hereby declared in session.
Thank you very much, Miss Christina S. Tingabngab. The welcome address will now be given by Miss Honey Rose T. Cago with honor.
My earnest respect to our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña. To our Clever Public Schools District in Charge, Mrs. Marilyn D. Trapal. To our dynamic and sincere clustered school principal, Ms. Christina S. Tingabngab. To our very kind and helpful teachers, headed by our school in charge, Mr. Nievan Bill Yacuna. To our barangay officials, headed by a very hardworking and industrious barangay captain, Honorable Noel A. Ginalang. To our honored guest speaker, Mrs. Maricel Cago Yamit. To our GPT officials headed by Mrs. Nora May A. Yacuna. To our Chairman on Education, Honorable Pablo R. Hilo. Thoughtful and loving parents, friends, visitors, fellow graduating pupils, ladies and gentlemen, good day to all of you. Happy are the faces of the parents who are here to witness us cross the stage of fulfillment in the elementary grades, especially this pandemic time. Our patient and devoted teachers who sacrifice a lot just to give us learning amidst health crisis that we face today and to Sindangan Elementary School. Our alma mater, whom we shall soon lead, whether we like it or not, in order to face the next step of our higher education. Fellow graduates, for the past 7 years for staying in this school, we were patiently guided by our parents and teachers, and shared to us their skills and knowledge so that we, the youth of today, may become the future leaders of tomorrow. Our dear alma mater, who cared for us, we shall never forget you all. You have become a part and will forever be a part of our lives. Today's graduation theme, kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, or strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, reminds all of us that education shall continue no matter what the situation will be. It prompts us that no learner will be left behind amidst pandemic. Through the effort exerted by our teachers and administrators, we are here for the very first time having a virtual graduation ceremony and happy enough to reap the fruit of our hard labor in answering the modules. On behalf of graduating pupils, we sincerely welcome you all. We are happy to see you watching and witnessing our very first virtual graduation day. A day we share with to our treasured parents, relatives, and friends. A day to cherish throughout our lives. All of you today will serve as our inspiration because you signify your great concern and love to us by gracing this special occasion virtually. Thank you for your care and thoughtfulness, and may you continue to guide and pray for us. Now I say, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much, Miss Honey Rose T. Cago. At this point, we shall now hear the message of our school's division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, CESO 5, and Deputy Secretary Leonor M. Briones.
If you don't go after what you want, you will never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you are always in the same place. Your graduation today is a milestone that marks how far you have traveled and what significant change have you made in your life? It is an important milestone as it signifies the acquisition of necessary competence, character, and credentials which allow you to confidently move to the next phase of your educational journey. I take pride in your achievement, which has become even more meaningful as the final stretch of your journey has been arduous. Each of you now exemplifies endurance and flexibility, which have long been considered as unique Filipino character. Both folkloric and historical, the Filipino is likened to a bamboo that bends with the wind and can survive a storm. More than resilience, we have strengthened our bayanihan spirit. I commend the school officials, teachers, and personnel for making everything possible, from writing and printing modules to ensuring that new modalities work for our learners. I also express my appreciation to the parents for playing unprecedented roles, especially when we transition to modular learning in the learners' learning spaces at home. Their participation to educating our children has been remarkable. I also express my gratitude to our government officials and stakeholders for providing us resources that we needed and for giving us hope and encouragement to continue doing our job. To our young graduates, you will be written in the history, for you emerged from unique circumstances. Step forward with pride and confidence. Pride for completing and hurdling a specific level of education, and confidence for the assurance that you have become 21st century learners who are competent, resilient, and independent. Warmest congratulations on your achievement.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would would not be taking place at all. And so thanks. Your role has also expanded in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the Parent Teachers Associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug, virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually.
Ladies and gentlemen, the school principal will now present the candidates for graduation.
Our school's Division Superintendent Jonathan S. De La Pina, PSD Season 5. I have the honor to present to you and certify the candidates for graduation in Sindangan Elementary School for this school year 2020-2021, in which 4 of whom are boys and 6 are girls, a total of 10. All of them have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the K-12 basic education curriculum of the Department of Education. May I therefore request you to confirm their graduation.
By the authority vested in me as Schools Division Superintendent of the Department of Education, Division of Misamis Oriental, and upon certification of your school principal that you have satisfactorily completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the K-12 basic education curriculum, I now confirm you graduates of this school year 2020-2021. Congratulations.
The distribution of diploma shall now follow. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of Sindangan Elementary School. Betty Chasnil J. Goroy James Kenneth. Lacre Eddie Jr. Obedencio Jack. Agbo Jeril. Amihan Emed Jaya. Kago Honey Rose. Liacuna Jill Asperl. Parcon Fretchi Gela. Ramayan Aryan May. The awarding of academic honors and special awards will now take place. Kago Honey Rose T. with honor.
Best in Filipino, best in English, best in science, best in music, and best in health.
Liacuna Jill Asperl A. with honor.
Best in math, best in ESP, best in EPP, best in AP, best in English, best in science, and best in arts.
Let us give our academic and special awardees a big round of applause. Congratulations! On behalf of the graduates, Miss Jill Asperl A. Liacona, with honor, will now give her message.
Respect our school's division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, says so 5. Our workaholic public schools district in charge, Dr. Marilyn D. Trapal, our dynamic cluster head, Ms. Christina S. Tingabngab, our school in charge, Mr. Niabang Villacuna, our barangay captain, Honorable Noel A. Ginalang, our honored guest, teachers, our dear parents, my fellow graduates, good morning. Today, we differently achieve our diploma as a fruit of our day-to-day battles in facing the new approach of our education, the modular learning. Times and opportunities had been very far and different from what we had been used to be. We might lose hope and felt bored due to seemingly unending modules. We might have surrendered, but still we fight and struggle. We gave importance to education until the very end, and we rose and stood to make quality education possible amid this pandemic. Fellow graduates, this year's graduation theme, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, truly reminds us that education cannot be sacrificed, whatever hindrances may come. It gives us inspiration to firmly believe that amid any impediments that trammel the quality of education, and as long as we are eager and inspired to learn whatever it takes, education is not jeopardized. We then thanks our dear teachers for their unending love to education. For that, they struggled more than us, just to provide us the learning we need to have. Let us thank also our parents who guide and assist us in this time of pandemic, where education is almost at risk. My fellow graduates, let us continue, make another step, and climb the next ladder of education. Let us not waste the struggles and efforts of our beloved parents and teachers who are not tired of loving and inspiring us to finish education. Thank you and more power to all of us. Mabuhay ang Batch 2021. And congratulations to all of us.
This time, the school in charge, Mr. Nievan Villacona, shall introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you so much, Ma'am. Poverty is not a hindrance to success. This is what our guest speaker of today's exercises motto, as he was like you, dear graduates. Her father was the late Maximo Obsuban Cago, who was a farmer. Her mother also, Sara Opiso Labial, was a loving, religious, and devoted mother and a wife. When her father died, her mother was raising her 14 children so difficult. She was born on November 13, 1982, and the 8th child of 14 children. She graduated her elementary education in Sindangan Elementary School way back in the year 1995. With the providence of the Holy God, she was accepted as full scholar of the religious school, the Sisters of Mary School, located in Talisay City, Cebu, and graduated in the year 1990 to 2000. She believed that poverty is not a hindrance to success. That's why she pursued her college at Bukidnon State University, Talisayan External Studies Center, amidst scarcity, hardship, and lack of financial, with a course of Bachelor in Elementary Education, and graduated in 2004. With God's help, she was able to pass the licensure examination for teachers, or LET, in the year 2004. Presently, she was connected to Catholic Faith Lay Apostolic Movement of the Philippines, or CPLAM. She was also a core group member of the Boy Scout of the Philippines, Misamis Oriental Council. She was also a 2 beads holder, or a wood badge holder of the Boy Scout of the Philippines. By God's grace, she was become a permanent teacher, and her first assignment was in Makupa Elementary School. Today, She was assigned as teacher of Sibantang Integrated School. She was a mother of 5 children. Dear graduates, help me welcome our guest speaker of today's graduation exercises, a tested strong woman and teacher of Barangay Sibantang and a native of Barangay Sindangan, Mrs. Maricel Cago Yamit.
My due respect to our school's division superintendent, Sir Jonathan S. de la Peña, to our assistant schools division superintendent, Ma'am Nympha Lago, to our young and energetic public schools district supervisor, Ma'am Marilyn D. Trapal, to our young and active school in charge of Sindangan Elementary School, Sir Nievan Villacona, teachers, parents, dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good day to all of you. I am deeply honored for giving me this opportunity as your guest speaker in today's momentous event, the virtual graduation and completion exercises of Batch 2020-2021 of my dear alma mater, Sindangan Elementary School. My salute to Sindangan Elementary School heroes, the teachers, for molding the minds of these young children. You played a critical role in transforming their lives a better one. To the parents, thank you for your sacrifices in attending to the needs of your children. Your unconditional love and support helped them build their confidence. You have exerted your best for overall development of your children. Parents, and most especially to you dear graduates, accept my warmest congratulations to all of you, for you have done your best amidst this pandemic situation. The theme, kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, or strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, this is it we are facing now, my dear graduates. We should adapt the new normal of education at mas lalo nating patatagin ang kalidad ng edukasyon sa gitna ng pandemya. Hindi nating gawing hadlang ang COVID-19 sa ating edukasyon. Your graduation today reminds us that despite of COVID-19 pandemic, ay mayroong pag-asang nagniningning tungo sa maunlad na kinabukasan. Alam nating lahat na hindi lang kayo, tayo, kundi lahat ng mga tao sa mundo ay nakaranas ng pandemyang hinaharap natin ngayon. Maraming tao ang nawala ng buhay, nawala ng trabaho, at marami ding mga kabataan ang hindi nakapag-aral dahil sa pandemya ngayon. So I would say, congratulations, for you have done your best amidst this pandemic situation. My dear graduates, this is not the end, but the beginning of another chapter of your life. Maraming nagtatanong kung kailan ang balik ng face-to-face na klase. Yes, all of us gusto nating bumalik ang normal na nakagawian natin. Maraming kabataan ang gustong pumasok ulit para makapag-aral at makapaglaro sa kanilang kaklase. At lalo na ang mga guro na gusto na rin nilang magkaroon ng face-to-face na klase upang gagabay sa mga mag-aaral na hihirapan sa aralin. Ang Department of Education na nagsusumikap upang mapabuti at may pagpatuloy ang edukasyon kahit sa gitna ng krisis. Kaya mga magulang, I salute all of you for your sacrifices and love, because without your support, these graduates would not be a successful one. My dear graduates and parents, let us help one another. Let us face the new normal situation, especially in terms of education. Strive hard, my dear graduates, to reach your dreams in life. Huwag nating gawing hadlang ang pandemya ngayon dahil ito ay mga pagsubok lamang. So always remember, my dear graduates, poverty is not a hindrance to success. Ang kawad-on dili babag sa atong kalampusan. Ayaw po ninyo himuang babag ang kawad-on. Dili mo eskwela kay walay kwarta. Dili mo eskwela kay walay cellphone. Kay lagi ang mga barkada adunay mga cellphone o adunay mga daghan nga mga gadgets nga pwede magamit. No, daghan paagi my dear graduates aron magmalampuson kita. So kinahanglan kita nga kabalo kita nga mosabot ug magantos gayon. Ayaw kamo pagdiman sa inyong mga ginikanan. Kinahanglan kabalo kita mosabot ug motabang sa atong mga ginikanan. Let me share my experiences to you, my dear graduates. I am the 8th child of 14 in a family. No, kabalo na ang mga ginikanan, kailan na ang inyong mga ginikanan kung kinsa ang ako mga ginikanan. No, imagine how big is our family. Ikawalo kong anak sa 14 mi kabuok. Grabe gyud kalisod ang akong nagian. Sa elementarya pa ko, kada adlaw mamaligya og suman para lang naay mabalon. Sa isa ka adlaw, kaisa or kadua ra mi makakaon sa kanon. Pero aduna kami daghan nga bulanghoy. Ug hangtod nga naay exam para sa Cebu, nag-take ko sa exam ug nakapasar ko. So didto ko eskwela sulod sa 4 ka tuig akong giantos ang kalayo daw kamingaw sa akong pamilya aron lang nga makahuman ako sa pag-eskwela sa high school. Paghuman sa high school ni padayon ko pag-eskwela diri sa ato ang Bukidnon State University na karon kaniadto Bukidnon State College pa. Nibalik na pud ang grabe nga kalisod nga akong naagian. Kaya nagsakit naman lagi ako ang papa, nibalhin mi pagpuyo sa dinhi sa Sibantang. No, ang klase namo sa college kada gabi so aduna kami balay dito sa crossing sa Sibantang diin among katulgan uban sa akong mga manghod. Kada adlaw o kada buntag sayo mi magpangas, maguli baktas, no? Baklay rami padulong sa Sibantang. Kay lagi magtabang mi sa among mama o papa, mamagol or magpalit mi sa bagol nga puti. Halos tanan balay adtuon kana namo para lang makadala kami sa bagol nga puti. No, pasanon kana namo mga kabataan, mga sinako kana nga wala pa sad sa una na uso ang motor daw, wala pa sad kayo or daot ang mga dalan sa kaniadto. No, so gauli pod mi kada adlaw, kada buntag sayo para mamunot daw manguling. So pagka alas 2 na ana, so amo nang tabunan ang among uling kay lagi baktas na pod mi pagtugbong. Kaysa pagka alas 5 ni ana, so mag-eskwela na pod mi. No, so pag-abot sa crossing, so ahya pa mi mga ligo. No, dito pag yun mi mga ligo sa Atabay. O dili ko na malimtan nga sa among pagkaligo dito sa Atabay, so sa usa ka adlaw ni ana, so naay usa ka ginikanan or usa ka nanay nag-ingon sa amo didto. No, kay lagi ang amo ang dala sa pag-adto namo sa Atabay, among dala is sabon ra gyud nga panlaba kay lagi wala di amo ang kwarta nga ikapalit sa shampoo, sabon nga umot. O giignan dayon mi niya. Hala, mga dalaga naman unta mo. Wala mo yung mga sabon nga humot daw shampoo. No, wala na namo gikasapayan mga graduates. Wala minitingog, wala mini nagtumpang sa istorya ni adto nga babae. Kay lagi tinud yun nga wala gyud sa diya mo ang sabon daw, wala mi shampoo nga dala. No, so dili sayo na akong naagian, my dear graduates, wala na namo gikaulaw. No, so pagkayahay na lang karon sa inyong kahimtang. Adunay daghan nga mga scholarship, daw free pa ang tuition ang tanan, aduna pa yung mga allowance. No, sa among nga panahon, grabe gyud nga kalisod, grabe nga hangyo sa kada exam adto mi sa registrar kay wala mi kabayad. Pero wala mi nawadi og paglaom, inubanan sa pagampo o pagsalig nakahuman ra gihapon mi mao ni among naabot karon. So my dear graduates, dili ko kana ikaulaw nga nakapahuman kanako ang pagsigig pamalit namo sa bagol. Pamunot daw pagpanguling, no? So makaingon ko nga ang poverty gayud is not a hindrance to success. Dili gayud babag ang kawad-on sa atong kalampusan. My dear graduates, remember, this is not the end, but the beginning of your journey. The knowledge, skills, learnings, values embedded in you will be your valuable weapon as you reach your dreams in life. So keep on dreaming, keep on reaching your dreams, because life is what we make it. Bilang mga magulang, guro at school leaders, magtulong-tulong tayo upang patuloy na lumago ang ating kabataan. Na gayoy masisiguro natin ang kanilang pag-unlad patungo sa magandang kinabukasan. Dahil kayo mga kabataan, ang pag-asa ng bayan. Dear graduates, sabay-sabay nating sabihin, maraming salamat po Panginoon at sa lahat na naging bahagi ng aking buhay. Once again, congratulations my dear graduates at mabuhay tayong lahat.
At this point, Jairil B. Agbo will now lead the class for their pledge of loyalty.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. Pledge of loyalty. I, Jairil B. Agbo, member of class 2020-2021 graduates of Sindangan Elementary School, do solemnly pledge that I will be faithful to my alma mater, values and ideas, and never to injustice and dishonor, that I will work honestly and devotedly to help secure a better life with a productive and wholesome for myself and my family, above all my country and my community. I pledge, so help me God.
The graduates will now render their alma mater and graduation song.
Ang mga alaalang lumipas, tila ba kailan lang nang tayo'y mangarap. Sa paglipas ng oras, inuwi tayo ng panahon, matatag nating nakayanan mga pagsubok na hamon. Paalam na aking kaibigan, guro at kamag-aral, dala ko ang alaala na sa ating nagdaan. Muli nating mga pangarap, dalangin ko sa may kapal, naway sa panibagong bukas, tayo ay magtagumpay. Takdang oras na tayo ay magwawalay upang lakbayin ang landas patungo sa ating bukas. Masakit man sa damdamin, iwanan ang nakaraan, ngunit dahil sa munting pangarap, kailangan nating maglakbay. Paalam na aking kaibigan, guro at kamag-aral, dala ko ang alaala na sa ating nagdaan. Muli nating mga pangarap, dalangin ko sa may kapal, naway sa panibagong bukas, tayo ay magpaalam na aking kaibigan, guro at kamag-aral, dala ko ang alaala na sa ating nagdaan. Munti nating mga pangarap, dalangin ko sa may kapal, naway sa panibagong bukas, tayo ay
Mrs. Nora May A. Llacona, our GPT President, will now formally close this ceremony.
My warmest greetings to all School Division Superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Pina, to our cluster principal, Ms. Christina E. Stingabngab, to our guest speaker, Mrs. Marcel Kagoyamit, to all teaching staff of Sindangan Elementary School, headed by their school in charge, Mr. Nievan Villacuna, to our voluntary officials, headed by Honorable Noel A. Ginalang, to all Class 2021 graduates, stakeholders, parents, visitors, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to all of us. To all Class 2021 graduates, I commend you for the hard work you spent for 7 years, and you have achieved the fruits of your labor today. As graduates, never put into your mind that learning is until today. However, consider that this graduation is a great opportunity to access a higher stage of learning. Remember, a new task begins after this graduation. To better understand the meaning of success, never stop trying. Never be afraid to make mistakes, and be humble always. There will always be strife and shortcomings along the way. And never forget that behind the horizon of difficulties lies the valley of success. And this success will be the highlight of your lives. Remember also that money is earned and spent by your experiences. Knowledge and wisdom with dedication and strong faith to God will take you to the top. I will give you happiness and joy that no amount of money can buy. Lastly, I would like to congratulate your parents for a job well done in guiding and in helping you to finish your studies amidst COVID-19 pandemic. Congratulations once again. God bless and stay safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the virtual graduation of Sindangan Elementary School. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this momentous occasion. Congratulations, parents, teachers, and staff. Congratulations, graduates! Mabuhay ang DepEd!